Welcome in to the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Some tasty 49ers rumors to get to on the docket for today's show. But first, shout out to Manscaped for making the 49ers Report possible. 20% off and free shipping on the most elite men's grooming products. If you go to manscaped.com/49ers and enter the promo code 49ers, their ultra premium package is awesome. 5 products for a grand total of $39.99. I'll put that link in the comments section as well as the description of this video. So we start off with a recent report from Ian Rapoport that all teams in the NFC West are showing interest in one of the best linebackers in the history of the NFL in Bobby Wagner, who the other day was released by the Seattle Seahawks after a long, illustrious, and future Hall of Fame career. Here's what Rapoport said on NFL Network. Bobby Wagner is going to get significant interest on the free agent market, and do not be surprised if he stays in the division. There's already interest from 3 teams that he played against twice a year when he played in Seattle. So those 3 teams, the San Francisco 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Los Angeles Rams. Folks, we're talking about one of the best linebackers to ever put the pads on, ever to strap up the cleats and put the helmet on. Bobby Wagner is going to go into Canton, into the Hall of Fame as one of the best linebackers that we've ever seen. A 6-team first-team All-Pro, an 8-time Pro Bowler, NFL 2010s All-Decade team, and a 2-time NFL tackles leader, and he can still play because most recently in 2019, he led the NFL in tackles. Now, he's getting up there in age, but this past year, he played really good football, and I'll explain why I don't think it makes a bunch of sense for the 49ers to go after him as a free agent, and by the way, he can sign with the team prior to free agency starting next week. So I want to see where the faithful is at. Obviously, Bobby Wagner has caused a lot of havoc against the Niners for really the last decade. Do you want the 49ers to bring him in? S for sign, P for pass. Let me know in the comments section. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that big red button and subscribe to the 49ers Report, because our coverage this week has been fantastic, and we're only getting started with NFL free agency kicking off next week. This is your one-stop shop for all things Niners, news, rumors, free agency updates, NFL draft coverage. We're doing it all, so join the faithful family here at Chat Sports. Now, yes, Bobby Wagner is in his early 30s, but this past year on a bad defense, he put up some crazy numbers. 170 tackles this past year in 2021. 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. If you want to send Bobby Wagner on a blitz, he can do that. And as we know, he's very good in coverage as well. In the last 2 years, he has shown everybody that he's still one of the best inside linebackers in the National Football League. 128 tackles in 2020, 3 sacks, 7 tackles for loss. So he was really active in the backfield, more so than he was in 2021. When he was targeted, only gave up a completion percentage of 64. That did go up to 81.5 this past year, but I think a byproduct for that was that the Seattle Seahawks defense was awful and porous last year, and they've been trending in the wrong direction for a long time. That's a big reason why the Seahawks are moving on from Bobby Wagner. He was one of the highest paid linebackers in the NFL, and by trading away Russell Wilson and releasing Bobby Wagner, the rebuild is fully on in the Pacific Northwest. Now, Bobby Wagner used to be among these players as the highest paid inside linebackers in the NFL. No longer, because he is going to sign a new contract with a new team, and as Rapoport said, he is going to be sought after on the free agency market. He's not going to get anything close to Darius Leonard, All-Pro Fred Warner, C.J. Mosley, Zach Cunningham, Myles Jack, in my opinion. Then you look at the latter 5 players at that inside linebacker position as the highest paid cats in the league. Deion Jones, Shaq Thompson, Jerome Baker, Levante David, and Corey Littleton. Now, I could possibly see Bobby Wagner going to a linebacker-starved team and maybe getting $10, $13 million per year. For the 49ers' sake, I don't think that makes a lot of sense at all. Now, of course, the 49ers have familiarity with Bobby Wagner. The Seahawks and the Niners have poached each other's players in years prior. I just don't think this makes a lot of sense for San Francisco to sign Bobby Wagner. Yes, he can still play at an elite level, but he is getting a little bit older. He's been so durable throughout his career, but right now the 49ers have one of the best linebacking cores in the league. So while Bobby Wagner is a dog, so too is All-Pro Fred Warner. Azeez Al-Shaair fantastic player who's a restricted free agent. Dre Greenlaw is going to be a free agent in 2023. This right here is one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL, and you're only paying a premium price to Fred Warner. Azeez, Al-Shaair, Dre Greenlaw, very good backers, but they're not going to demand anything close to Bobby Wagner, in my opinion. Now, if you wanted to sign Bobby Wagner, you'd have to make a move at this linebacking spot. Maybe a trade of Dre Greenlaw would be in the cards because I think he could net a mid to late round pick. Azeez Al-Shaair is set to be a restricted free agent. Dre Greenlaw, a free agent in 2023. So if the 49ers are interested in Bobby Wagner, they'd have to get rid of one of the two, of Dre Greenlaw or Azeez Al-Shaair. And yes, injury issues are certainly a concern for Al-Shaair as well as Dre Greenlaw, but when they're healthy, combined with Fred Warner, the Niners at their disposal have one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL, all younger than Bobby Wagner. So while Wagner is one of the best backers that we've ever seen in the history of the NFL, I don't think it makes a ton of sense for San Francisco. Now let me ask you this. With where Wagner is at and how he's progressed the last couple of years, and some people think he's maybe regressed the last couple of years, I want you to grade him as a player for me from 1 to 100 on that Madden scale. EA Sports. It's in the game. Get into the comment section and let me know how you think Wagner fares right now as a player. Now, Bobby Wagner, as a backer, can do it all. Drop back and pass coverage. He can also attack the quarterback and be active in the backfield by tackling running backs, sideline to sideline speed. He's always had that. Some might say that he has the ultra premium talent asset at his disposal. You can get the ultra premium collection from Manscaped for $39.99 if you go to manscaped.com/49ers and enter the promo code 49ers. Deodorant, body spray, body wash, shampoo and conditioner, as well as chapstick for a grand total of $39.99. Now, let's say the 49ers signed Bobby Wagner for $5 million per year. That's a great deal. This is a great deal as well. I'll put that link in the comments section as well as the description of this video. We continue to progress in the 49ers 2022 offseason, and the biggest storyline for this football team, Jimmy Garoppolo and the trade rumors that have revolved around Jimmy G. This coming from Ian Rapoport. The Indianapolis Colts expected to pursue and show serious interest in Jimmy G after trading away Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders. Rapoport on NFL Network saying this: there's full confidence that Jimmy G will be ready to go for the season, not even expected to miss training camp coming off the surgery on the torn capsule in his throwing shoulder. One obvious team that, of course, that has been in touch with San Francisco is the Indianapolis Colts. Rapoport said, I would expect them to be very much in the mix for Jimmy Garoppolo. There is, quote, significant interest there for Indianapolis. Garoppolo to Indy makes a lot of sense. This is a team that has a ready-to-win roster. They didn't make it in the playoffs last year because they had a disastrous loss in Week 18 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that they have not fared well against in years prior. But you look at the Indianapolis Colts, ready to compete right now, as I talked about, ready to make a run at the playoffs. And Garoppolo, as we know, needs good complementary pieces around him for him to tap into his potential and to bring the best out of Jimmy G. The Colts have that. Elite running back in Jonathan Taylor, a great offensive line led by Quentin Nelson, a very talented defense led by one of the best backers in the NFL in Darius Leonard. Frank Reich has shown throughout his entire coaching career that he's a very good quarterback developer, and the Colts, by sending away Carson Wentz, can absorb Jimmy G's contract. And there are teams right now that are still in the market for a quarterback, even after Russell Wilson got traded to the Broncos, and even after Aaron Rodgers went back to the Green Bay Packers. These teams fit the mold for a Garoppolo trade, and I guess you can add the Seattle Seahawks to the equation as well. I just don't think that the 49ers are going to send him in the division unless they get blown away by receiving a first or second round pick. Teams that still need a quarterback, in my opinion, that make the most sense for Garoppolo: Carolina Panthers, Pittsburgh Steelers, Indianapolis Colts, and the New Orleans Saints. What do all of these teams have in common right now? They're ready to win. Their coaches really need to have success this year, like Matt Rule, like a Mike Tomlin, like a Dennis Allen, like a Frank Reich, where they don't want to go after a rookie quarterback or one of those subpar options in free agency, Garoppolo is certainly better than a lot of the quarterbacks who are on the open market and in this NFL draft class. Will Jimmy G get moved today? As in today on Thursday, because we are certainly trending in that direction. You let me know. Why for yes and for no, and if he does, we will be going live on the 49ers Report. Now, all throughout the week, I've been giving shout-outs to those who give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. I'm always tweeting out the latest Niners news and rumors, so if you want to stay in the know with all things Niners, yes, you have to subscribe to the channel, but also on social media, I have you covered on that front as well. Give me a follow at Chase_Senior. Same handle on both social media platforms, and it's a good time to turn on those notifications here on the channel because we're pushing out videos like crazy. We're going live when big stuff happens, and we just want to keep you up to date with all things Niners.